every year I go through the same whirlwind of emotions. And I know that it's ridiculous. And I know I'm being ridiculous. And you're probably going to comment down below me, Ruth, that's ridiculous. But it hurts. It hurts to do this every year. It feels like I am killing my own children, right? And it has to be done. Like, I have to do this. If I don't kill some of them, they will all die. But I created them. I gave them life. I brought them into this world. And I should have known better. If I could transfer them to somewhere else and let them grow, I would. I want to see them grow. I want to see how big they get. I want to see what they could become. I want to nourish them and give them a good life. But I can't. And the ones that I'm killing today, I really wish that I could just let them grow. I wish I could just put them in a different environment and nourish them and watch them be happy and flourish. But I can't. There really is no way to do that. And this particular set is pretty unique. I bought the seed pack for them from the dollar store like 4 years ago. So the fact that every single seed that I planted in that pot sprouted, every single one was born. That's amazing. Like, they were old. They've moved. They've now lived in like 3 different states, maybe 4. I've been shipped in shipping containers and then made it all the way here. And if I had known they were all going to sprout, I would have put them in different containers so I wouldn't have to do this. But I do this every spring. I didn't know that there would be so many. And I can't. If I leave them where they are, they will die. And I can't put them somewhere else. So I have to let at least the strongest one survive. Give it the best chance that I can. And I know you're ridiculous. You're like, Ruth, they're just plants. Everybody thins seedlings for their garden. But look, they are my babies. I created them. I grew them myself. And then I have to kill them. I don't like it. But like, anybody that knows gardening knows that like you can't just put one seed and hope for the best. Like, you got to put a couple in there because you never know if they're all gonna sprout. But I don't like thinning seedlings. It makes me sad. They feel like my children, and it feels like I have to kill them. No, I know I have to kill them. I have to pull them out, because when you pluck them out of the thing, like, then you can't just like put them in a new pot. Like, it's you have to thin the seedlings. And I seriously, like, if I had known every single one of them was going to sprout, every single seed I put in this pot sprouted, and if I had known that, because they're all doing really good, I'll show you in a minute, they're growing real well. If I had known that, I would have put them all in their own individual little pots, and then I'd have a whole bunch of them. But no. And it sucks, because like, this particular pack of seeds, I didn't even think they were going to sprout. I was convinced I wasn't going to get anything. So like, I didn't even give them their own grow light, because I'm doing it indoors right now. It's still kind of cold. We haven't gotten last frost. But I didn't even give them their own grow light. Like, I just put them like kind of next to a window. Like, they're not even in direct sunlight. And every single one of them grew and just growing real well. But it genuinely makes me sad. I do this every single spring. I'm just kind of sad on the day that I have to do the culling and just thin them. Because I love them and I created them and I want them to live. I know. Ruth, you're being ridiculous. They're literally just plants. Now, I know what you're thinking. Like, Ruth, you could just cut the container and plant them outside so they have plenty of room. No, it's February. The date I'm posting this is February 13th. It is Friday the 13th, which makes me extra sad about doing this. But we don't get to our last frost until April or May here. So if I plant them outside, they will die. We're actually expecting snow over the weekend, so like I literally can't do that. And they are growing so well. That is growth over the last week. So I have to thin them. The container is not big enough. They will not survive, and I want at least one of them to live because I was so happy to see them sprout in the first place. But that means the rest of those seeds in that seed packet I can plant in the ground once April rolls around. So that's good news. I feel like I should do a funeral for him. Streambean and I did that one year on the balcony. I gathered them all up into an empty pot. And he and I were standing there, and Streambean just looking at it like, what is this? and I was, saying a few sad words. I know. I'm being ridiculous. And I know that I do this to myself because I planted too many seeds and I have to thin them, but it sucks and I hate it.